right. This is a little added bonus footage here. That is zoomed in to the max at 300 yards. And we have the K98k here. And let's see if we can hit some steel at 300 yards. Watch your lane. Hard to tell where those rounds are going. All right, watch your lane. Nice. Let's see if we can do it again. Couldn't tell where that one went. Let's try it again. There we go. Not bad. All rounds complete. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you. It is early April, Saturday, up here in northwestern Pennsylvania. 29, 30 degrees, give or take. A little brisk, a lot of frost this morning. We're at the 100-yard range today, and we have number 4 Mark II British Enfield chambered in 303 with us today. And what we're going to do with this today, you've seen this on the channel before, but we'll do a quick drive-by. She is a beauty. Look at that. Gorgeous rifle. Got the brass butt plate there. Just a wonderful specimen. What we're going to do today is, it's a surplus range day today for us. We're going to shoot 3 different surplus rifles that we have on hand today. We've got the mentioned British 303 number 4 Mark II. We've got a Hungarian M44 chambered in 7.62 by 54R. And we have our BYF 1944 German K98k. And we're going to shoot all these at 100 yards, and we're going to see which one I can shoot more accurate. So I'll try to shoot all of these rifles with the same form and shooting at the same point of aim. What I have downrange is a painted target. It is a black circle, and then inside the black circle is a red circle. The red circle will be the point of aim for every rifle. So we're shooting at the same point of aim, and we'll see which one groups the best. So that's enough yapping. Let's put some rounds down range. If we're going to be in frame here, then we'll make some adjustments as necessary. So let's see where we're at. Let's poof up the target just, or let's poof up the. There we go. All right, we are all set up. Let's go. Put some rounds down range, 100 yards. Watch your lane. I think we're in shot. We are. Felt good. Had to check the time. Should have done that first. Make sure the range is open. Opens at 09. Here we go. Second shot. Front sight post, tip right at the base of the red. That's 3 rounds. That first one I may have pulled that first one. If we have a wild shot when we go down, I'm gonna bet that was it. Such a wonderful shooting rifle. Just a work of art. A lot of people say the number 4 Mark I's were the best rifles. I've never shot one. I have experience only with the Mark IIs, or the Mark IV number 2s. Here we go, final shot. They all felt really good with the exception of that first round. We are using the micro adjustable rear sight on this. We weren't using the battle sight, just so you know, and it's set at the lowest setting. So we'll see where that puts us on paper here. So what do you say we go down range and check it out? All right, we've done this walk together several times in the past. Gorgeous range. Said that a bunch, especially when you're up here and you have it all to yourself. Just perfect. I know that's kind of selfish, but man, what a beautiful range. So we're going to shoot these 3 beautiful surplus rifles, and I guess it really boils down to which one I can shoot the best, right? Now, like I mentioned earlier, I may have pulled that first shot. If we have one that's just wildly out of what we think it should be, that was probably the first one. If not, then I'm just overreacting. So we're closing in on it. Let's see what we end up with. Not bad. This very well could have been our first shot right here. And then these are the 4 that are representative of the rifle. So let's go ahead and mark these, and then we'll head on back to the firing line. All right, as you saw, those results weren't horrible. So this will be the final 5 for our Mark IV number 2 at 100 yards. Enough yapping. Watch your lane. In frame. Final round. All rounds complete. So it's a total of 10 rounds downrange. It's a light shooting rifle. Let's go down and check it out. All right, here we are. So I think it's safe to say that this was our pulled shot. So we're going to disregard that one. That was our shot number one. And this group up here, I think, is very representative of what the rifle's capable of doing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there you go. Our extremes. Looks like we're shooting fist size at 100 yards. We'll take that. Very well. Let's go back and let's bring up the Mod 98, the K98. All right, next up is our K98k BYF dated 1944. This gorgeous specimen you guys have seen on the channel before. Just a wonderful example of the K98k. Just a gorgeous rifle. A fairly new rifle to the channel. A couple videos out there on it already if you guys are interested. But today we're not here to just specifically talk about the Mod 98. We're here to see how well I can shoot it at 100 yards compared to the other surplus rifles that we have brought along today. So we've just concluded the No4 Mark II British 303, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with our K98k BYF 1944 chambered in 8mm Mauser. That's enough yapping. Let's put these rounds down at range. Same point of aim. Red dot on target. Front sight post. Centered, or front sight post at the tip of the front sight post at the bottom of the red dot. We're in frame. Watch your lane. All right, well, that was the first 5. We won't go down in between sets of 5. We did that for the infield, but it's not necessary. Let's just get the 10 downrange. All right, here we go. Next 5. Love this rifle. Watch your lane. Final round. All rounds complete. What do you say we go down and check that out? I really do love the way these German rifles shoot. It'll be interesting to see where this K98 grouped at. We did zero her on the 50 and on the 100 yard previously. Those videos are out there if you guys are interested. Just from me glancing over, we're almost there. It looks like she grouped really well. So 10 rounds. Let's take a gander. All right, well, let's count them up. Doesn't look like there's 10 on here, but perhaps there is. All right, so we have one here. We're going to put 98 next to that. One here. 98, that's 2. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got all 10 marked on there. And we had 2 oddballs here. But the remainder of the 8, they grouped fairly well. I'm very happy with that. So I'm going to pull you away for a minute so I can mark those 98, and then we'll take another look. All right. So recap, all our British 303 were up here with the exception of the one that I pulled in the beginning. The 98, 1, 2, kind of up here, kind of odd shots. Could have been me. And then we have the majority of the rest of the groups right here. We actually had 2 touching there, 2 almost touching there, and 2 almost touching there. So I'm going to say that K98's got it so far. And that is with the, if I haven't mentioned, this is with the surplus 1970s Romanian 8mm. And the 303 British is Full Metal Jacket PPU new production. So not bad. Very happy with that. Let's go back and shoot the Hungarian M44 and 7.62 by 54 and see where that puts us. All right, if you've made it this far in the video, we are now up to our Hungarian M44 chambered in 7.62 by 54. This is a 1952 model. You will have seen this on the channel before if you watch the channel. And we are now going to shoot this against the previous 2 surplus rifles, our German K98 and our British number 4 Mark II. 100 yards, we will do a 10 round string, and then we'll walk down range and see how she did. And then we'll compare the 3. Keeping in mind, this probably reflects more of the shooter's ability than the rifle. I think all the rifles probably have the potential to do much better than I have demonstrated, but this is just which one I have the ability to shoot better. That being said, it's enough yapping. Let's put some rounds down range. All right, make sure that we are in frame. It does look like we are. Everything is set up. Watch your lane. Here we go. Same point of aim. The 6 o'clock position of the red circle with the tip of the front sight post. Quite the fireball. That's a fire-breathing dragon. Well, that looks like that was our first 5. Let's load up our second 5. All right. Second series of 5. Watch your lane. Such a smooth shooting rifle. Love it. Last round. All rounds complete. Really like the way that shoots. It's a good shooter. All right, what do you say? We go down and check it out. All right, we're closing in on the target. Looks like we were shooting off a little to the left, but fairly decent grouping. So let's count these up and see what we have. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it looks like the majority of our shots were a little to the left, which means we need to drift that front sight post just a hair. But overall, not bad. But I'm going to say, without measuring any of these groups, I'm going to go ahead and say that the K98 performed admirably. The best, the tightest group. And we will measure that when we get back out of that 10 rounds. 10 rounds is a pretty decent sample size in my opinion. So let's go ahead and we won't label the last group because we know those are the M44. So let's go ahead and we'll label 1. And then everything else belongs to that grouping, so we know that. So not bad. In summary, real quick, 303 did very well. The K98 did fantastic, and the M44 didn't do too bad either, but was a little more spread out. And that could be dependent on, that could be reflective of the ammunition too. I was using some Russian, I believe it was 147 grain ammunition. And I may have zeroed this with something a little heavier, like around the neighborhood of 203, I believe. 203 grains. Bear, the Russian Bear stuff. So we may be off by 50 some grains, 54, 55 off the top of my head grain difference. I don't know that that would affect it to this degree. But we only had 1, 2, 3 center mass, and then the remaining 7 were off to the left. So not bad. I'm pleased with all 3 rifles. Let's go back and we'll wrap it up. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. In closing, I shot today, as you saw from the results, the K98 the best. It was the most accurate for me. Followed by the number 4 Mark II British 303, and then in third place for me today was the Hungarian M44 and 7.62 by 54R. I did mention a bullet weight down there for the 7.62 by 54R. This was 148 grain Russian ammunition, so that's what we were shooting out of that today. And previously, I know I shot the Brown Bear, and I think it's a 203 grain bullet. So perhaps I should have grabbed that, and that may have affected the performance. But just wanted to make that clear. But it does look like we need to drift the front sight post a little more to the right to compensate for where our rounds were impacting. Now let's talk about real quick before we wrap it up totally. let's talk about the sights on these rifles. We'll start with the last rifle we shot, working our way backwards. I really don't mind the U-cut with the square front sight post on the M44 here. It's not a problem for me. I'm able to accurately acquire where I want my point of aim to be, and it's not a big issue. My favorite sight, and this will probably go against the grain for what a lot of people say on YouTube and other social media sites, I prefer the V-notch with the triangular front sight that the K98k has. For me, it just fits my eye. I can line everything up fairly quick. I can pick up my point of aim well with that, and I shoot well with the V-notch rear and the triangular front sight post that the K98 has. That is my preferred out of these three. And the one I like least is the one that I think gets the most love, and that's the No. 4 Mark II British 303 here with this micro sight in the back. Even with the smaller peephole in the rear, and I like the front sight post on it, but I just, for me, there's still a lot of slop in that for me. Maybe I'm just not using it right. I think I am. I'm 99% sure I'm utilizing the sight picture correctly in here. It just, for me, there's just seems to be still a little bit of slop in there. Probably going to get beat up on comments for that if anybody watches the video. This is my least favorite sight. Maybe I just need to shoot with it a little more. But my favorite is probably this. My favorite, though, like I mentioned, is the K98k. So I guess that's enough yapping. I think that was a good video. It was a lot of fun to shoot. We only went through 30 rounds, not too terrible. And we've managed to keep the 100-yard range to ourselves. What more could you want on a gorgeous Saturday morning? I guess everybody's getting prepped up for Easter, maybe. So this is Toe2 Bravo. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. It helps the channel out tremendously. It's a small channel. We do everything ourselves. And I appreciate you watching. Until I see you out at the range again, thank you.